They're back from lunch. Let's see what they have to do. Also, after this video, I will be streaming the Chad Daybell trial that is happening right now.
first time in the car, she's like super scared and hey, just don't lift her, just like
Okay.
like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Don't take that idea by the way. I'm going to patent it. Go with the Coopers. All right, here we go. Miller in motion. But wait, is that a baby on the field? It looks like a crib. And a deep line that are playing peekaboo. Never seen anything like that before. Here's how appears to be birthing the baby. That's a great moment right there. Rip going to the rule book here. Wait a minute, Harry. It's all for the races. We don't need it for a trip play. But we can all use more ways to say, it's going to be a long left ride home for the defense. With this protection, that's a I don't know, not bad. That's a wide double door. And he steps up. Mr. Everything like it is a flag. It's been impressive. It's been impressive watching what Sean Reese of the offensive coordinator has done in terms of prepping his game plans and complete 18-yard completion there. And after Lincoln makes the catch, he lines up the quarterback. Washington's one of those moments that I'm excited about playing for the rest of the family here in Jacksonville. Coach has said he's a phenomenal person and amazing kid sides receivers as well. Coach Giano said they're trying to get better at being bigger at the receiver position. He also said he makes those like Beckham type catches in practice. He's been working really hard to earn his starting role. Now being able to start in his hometown, pretty special. It's Trinity Christian High School here in town. Aaron Young with the touchdown run early in the game. He gets inside the 20 down to the 16. So Washington in the day to be the big receivers. And Young at running back replacing the starter Isaiah Pacheco. Both of those guys getting ready for the next level. And both have been terrific so far. They really have. And every player on this Rutgers offense, big play guys are not here. So let's play some small ball who's really efficient at doing that. And that's what you're seeing. Getting right in the ball, the run by Bedroll. Aaron Young, other against the run, getting vertical. Bedroll fixes it to Young, keeps it. First down to the 12. Gatsby run. The depth would be inside. It's a 90% of their running yardage that's given me. Tackle. It's right off ball. This was great to see on one. His personality, let's drive it to the right. Down the field on the left. Start with the Knights in the first half. Here's the 2-minute mark. Now Young. Running laterally, breaking the tackle. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Ryan Smith missed the original tackle. Countdown call for 5:58 left. 3 quarters. The first third allowed. 30 seconds left. Here coming up. We'll have wild direct drop outside. We'll talk about that. This is dominating the whole season. And not even a regard to Joey Galloway. We'll have that for you. Where Red makes the tackle and it's another timeout. There's something that happens 30 seconds in later. I didn't know which way you're going to go for that second game with the Dogs and the Wolverines both so physical at the line of scrimmage just to be so tonight. Yeah, it will get Michigan defensively. They're so good. I always decided we could do that. However, I'm going to watch football, okay?
Spring. Tell us more, Diane.
Customers on the second app can trade up. Customers can also get a free year of Apple TV Plus. I know you love Ted Lasso, George.
Just his start. T-Mobile is bringing it all together for the holidays. Upgrade the iPhone 13 Pro on us. Plus, get a free year of Apple TV Plus only at T-Mobile. On the suspicious fence by Dr. Pepper. Hey, what if you help me out with something? Sure. Looking for a couple of goalposts. Went missing after the big win last night. What? That's awful. Who's still a goalpost? Hey, that is a nice new swing set you got there. Oh, this old thing makes the boy happy, I guess. Interesting design. Yeah, it's Scandinavian. You know what? You should check the street across the street. They have a very suspicious new antenna. Thanks for the tip. Anytime, Sheriff. Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. In Arlington, crazy numbers, over 4,300 yards passing, 43 touchdowns on the season. Sensational young man that will represent that award so well for the rest of his life. Here, Lonnie Haskins makes the catch from Johnny Lincoln, and he gets up near the 35-yard line. We haven't even seen Noah Vendrell yet in the second half. We've seen other guys throwing a quarterback. Look at a little sidearm. So manipulating arm angle. There's a little wrist swing in there. Working around the defender. Really what? You think you got Johnny Lincoln figured out? He's got another little trick up his sleeve. There's Vendrell. Surprisingly, didn't start the second half, and Gap wins it through the interception. His confidence got to the point it was grown. Sideline on the second and 12. This is a little gets up near the 37. And Luke Masterson, for 6 years, been all over the football field. Yeah, Luke Masterson, the linebacker, Nick Anderson, his protege and safety. Masterson was a safety for his entire career. This year, he put on 10, 15 pounds, moved down to linebacker, was part of his work last year with the usage of Nick Anderson, who had a breakout performance. First game at 9 tackles for Virginia, second game ever, 3 interceptions for the second go around. He's trying to get up the field on the 3rd and 8. Vendrell's got time, though. Can't get out of there. Shoestring tackle by Dion Bergen. He gets the sack. Bergen. Late.
Put that on pause for a sec. All right, let me have you approach.
Yeah. be a star at Walmart today?
Please don't talk.
Sorry.
I love you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We have a kind of a lengthy afternoon of videos being played, so I want to make sure that I keep you alert and just kind of break it up into no more than an hour segment at each time. We're going to take a 10-minute break now for you to get back there, stretch your legs, clear your head, and we'll get back started back in about 10 minutes. All right, I've got 2:25 on the clock up here, so we'll be recessed until 2:35, 10 minutes.
Your Honor, for the record, I paused the video at timestamp 1:50:52.
All right, thank you, Ms. Moran.
Guess I could unmute myself. I was looking to see what's going on, why they're on a break with the Chad Daybell case. Give me 1 minute. Guess I could turn some music on for you. I think they should be back soon. I started late, so let's take a look at that. Here we go.
Tomorrow,
That's it's the calendar and shit. Yeah, it's too much here like 90 degrees. It took me a while to go there. Take it down. What did you do with the police? Yeah, they should be in there.
Offensive, defensive linemen that we see right now.
Yeah, we either did that or we threw it in the box. These guys are just driving. Red zone already. Now they can start.
6'1", 225, averaging 89 yards per game. Darian Beavers made the tackle, another excellent linebacker for Cincinnati. Ninth play coming up. The first day of all been a run. Sanderson and Ryan. Just his second career start. Offside defense making contact. Second half of the Iron Bowl in place of Darian Dalton starting center and started
Late.
against Jordan. Did very, very well. Very confident. Limited playing time. It's like Doug Peralta, their offensive line coach last night, said, I love Central Well, but I'm not worried about him. Cincinnati coaches, defensive coordinator Mike Tressel, they believe that's a matchup they have to win with great coach Curtis Brooks on the new center of Laughlin. Renee Sanders, number 2 running back. He's down to the 10, just shy of the first down.
So when you're looking at it, you're like, Alabama, they lost Cincinnati. They got higher. Alabama, they were a good price. Alabama is probably the best in the country. They win every game. Well, it depends on the day. They are the best team, I think. So they play the SEC, so it's probably the toughest league. Cincinnati plays in okay. Yeah, but when it gets a bunch of bad people or have a balance between very good teams. That's kind of what you're looking at right now. They play, I don't say bad, but look what happened right now. First drive, and now that's what they go in. We'll see how they respond. This is one thing about Notre Dame is Notre Dame plays the toughest people every year. Yeah. So sometimes that's bad for you, right? Because they kind of it's more to lose. Yep. The sad part about this is that you don't want to be ignored. Let's see how here come Bearcats. Let's see how the Bearcats respond. Super tight right there. Super tight. What's the next one? Yes, stop for you. Yeah, stop right there. It's right here. Watch football. Sit with the boys. Yeah, come here. Sit next to me. Sit next to me. Okay. Next to me. Okay. Watch football.
FBS offer
Oh.
started. Now 49 games. He has 40
Yeah. Especially, be careful.
Mary just wanted to tell you that she was watching the guys work and she's so tired. Mary. She was like, wow, you guys are all over. I gotta take a nap.
He's like the shortest bolster ever. Second, fourth, real set, like I'm gonna push down. Yeah, I mean. A beer? A beer? Yeah. A beer? In about 19 years. No, about 2, right? Probably over.
This afternoon, they are without Josh Jones.
Oh.
Quarterback. Foot surgery, turf toe, after the loss to Georgia. He's out for the year. This is the guy right here, Pierce, who is the guy that they like to throw the ball down the field. So he's an excellent on contested catches down the field.
They got a first down.
Some of those who playing in place of Joe today.
No, that's going ball. And the fiesta ball. No, good rest though. Sugar. What? Sugar balls. Sugar.
It was a wide receiver, Michael
Sugar ball never got it. Yeah. It's in New Orleans.
By the time that flip goes to one of their excellent tight ends, it's a 20-yard gain.
What's going on? No, I was in.
Brian Bridge
Yeah, it was Texas.
plays in the secondary, but he's
There's
a
more. Better get this one.
that's something the run stopper. He could blitz here and he's smart too. He wasn't going to get to Ritter, but he had eyes on the quarterback. He looked up and knocked that ball down. I also played some quarterback today. They told me just so long ago told us that they're going to stop.
Just like that. You're a whole guy now. Okay, I'll take her outside. Just in there, it's in there.
Oh yeah, solid.
Wow, this is impressive. This is also a playoff. So the winner goes on to the championship.
Who plays the second, third?
Jason Bruce. Alright, so Orange is Florida, Rose is LA, Pasadena. This is Cal. Where's the sugar? I just told you.
College football playoffs semifinal.
The Big Easy? Yeah.
Possibilities.
Texas. Oklahoma.
Fast, reliable, and secure. Taco Bell.
New Orleans.
And Allstate. Sit like a
Why they call it Big Easy?
Non-Power 5 teams.
But
Recent years of college football, none of them.
that was a better shot. I appreciate kind of what it Fiesta though. Let's stay in the Fiesta bowl. Better than this one. I'm gonna give you guys one second chance. Gotta get this right before you guys leave. Not the same thing. Alright, good job. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be something. Hey girls, Mary's out.
He's wide open. The ball is knocked down the
Okay. Mary's away. She's out there going poopy. Sorry, well. Oh, what a snap. You should have caught that. That was awesome. Or you can leave it here. Just don't let it out.
We're gonna go in here so I can get her two ready.
There you go, 7-3. How you doing, Owen? Great. Super excited to be doing this.
What are we doing in the off season? Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends. Yeah, we live in some fictional town as part of this elaborate marketing game.
But what did it be for? Dr. Pepper?
Except from Papa John's. At Alabama.
I saw her, let her go. You let Ava get some of tea her and I want her. Hey, be nice. Pet her. Pet her. You just pet her. Let her walk around now.
California.
You can help me get the food. Shit. You can help me, but no, you can't grab her like that. No. Give her a night-night.
Oh, there.
Yeah, but you just grab her neck. No, we're trying to hold her. We're trying to fight her. She's tired yeah, but you need to be nice. It's a little petting.
Lay down there.
going to scroll forward to timestamp 2:41:50, which is video number 164-098-779-1000, and the date and time is December the 31st, and the time in Eastern. One moment, please. Sorry. $11:56 a.m.
We're gonna do fishing volleyball. Ooh, face mask. Watch flags coming. Wow, no face mask. Nice sack. You're playing that. The flag has to be called when they see it, right? You can't replay it and then call the flag. Well, let me go.
I'm now moving to timestamp 3:22:33. That's Saturday, January 1st, 2022 at 8:56 a.m. Eastern. The relevant video number is 164-105-98-1700.
That's going crazy.
An interconnected world requires a different approach to national security. It means protection at every level, every touch point. It means every piece of information is critical.
Need to approach? All right, Ms. Murad, you have an announcement to make?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll strike the file number that we previously stated as to this video, and I will place it on the record as soon as we make sure that we have a correct one. It is still on January 1st, and we just need to confirm the time. Thank you.
Noted.
This is a Christmas commercial. It's the commercial breaks in the middle.
Nothing cheap.
Here you go.
I know, wait, what's wrong with Dave? He was like jumping on top of the
How'd they do? Put the leashes back where they were on. Do they need water out there, guys?
No. They have a bowl up there.
Okay, good. How far did you go?
We went all the way to the park and
All the way to the park?
yeah.
Wow, good luck.
Go sit over there. Go sit at the table. Go sit at the table. Go sit at the table.
Shop Mattress Firm's here. Delivered fast. Only Mattress Firm.
Yeah, I cleaned it all up. What? Yeah.
Presented by Capital One Venture Kirby's call again. Don't get here, Bears, Nordic, Ohio State. I'm concerned with the wide out. I know they're talented, but they're youthful. They're inexperienced. Don't have a lot of playing experience. So I gotta go with Utah. I think it means a lot to them. I'll game with Utah. I'm going with Utah.
And they just did this show yesterday morning in Miami.
I think
It was kind of late last night. They did it this morning at the Grove Bowl.
the physicality.
Yeah. That's a bucket list there. Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day.
Last second field goal.
There you go.
First show of 2022 right now. The sports don't make a headgear pick from Miami. Oh, wow. Reese, today is New Year's Day.
I'm gonna relax watching.
Try to hold Ohio State to under 30 points. You know what? Resolutions never work. I'm going with Bruce, but kosher is the all right. Happy New Year.
He's going to Ohio State.
The birds flying around him. Don Johnson outfit on. You know how much that scared me for a second.
Yeah.
Here's one more.
Here's the Fiesta Bowl. Run over Fiesta Bowl. There you go. Glendale, that's the home of Nola softball. Nola.
Here's another one.
Yeah, man.
They have a new head coach, someone they're obviously very familiar with. For Marcus Freeman,
coach.
When I like to buy you.
And now I'm like, this right here. Being rough.
Whether or not Marcus Freeman was a popular decision in the locker room when he was
Coach.
announced. Here it is.
Watch, these guys are pumped when they found out it's him. This is kind of inspiring. They're super excited he's their coach. Because he used to be their defensive coordinator. They broke over him because he was so good. The players are happy.
The choice. And Chris Button, you spoke with some of those players this week, their reactions to their new.
Of his entire life. Before the school announced the decision, athletic director Jack Squire brought all the captains together. He wanted to know what they wanted out of their next leader. Myron Tagovailoa of the one of the first things we had in mind was we wanted someone in-house to take over. In the short amount of time Coach Freeman has been here, he's cultivated that relationship every day. And when you see someone who genuinely appreciates being there, you want to root for them. We're really looking forward to
Nice, you keep it going.
last night. Too much excitement, too much nerves. So his first game as a head coach.
Plenty of emotion for Oklahoma State to deal with as well. They had a terrific season. 11 with Bedlam for the first time since 2014, and he is a big
Cowboys.
big team. That's close to possibly a trip to the college football.
Oh, that's right.
When you're that close to
Oh,
winning your
awesome.
league, Dan, how about the emotions now having to rewrap and get ready?
Oh,
PlayStation.
yeah.
Football is
Oh,
a
that's
very good unit. They've got a ball control, balanced offense. They've got suffocating defense, defense, and all of college. It's a good matchup for Notre Dame today. And here come the Bucks.
Glendale, Arizona. Softball fields. Small deer everywhere. You see all these cowboys and fighting Irish?
I'm now playing timestamp 5:50:13. That's associated with, is that correct? Video number 1641164700500, and that is at 6:06 p.m. on January 2nd.
Put your hands together, okay? We'll go first.
Noodles are out there somewhere.
There's no better time than now.
people. I told him, maybe look like a 25-year-old. He admitted that. He passed it, right? I said, about these people. He sat there and everybody just goes, Here's look to see how many touchdowns he's thrown. 3 plays. Let's go outside. It's got to be 20 at least, right? Yeah, I think with offside and 12 on the field for over 20, I think I've heard that a couple years ago. Nobody has ever been wrong. Have you ever been wrong, though? Have you ever done it and it is called a penalty? I did, but
If you start, you like start taking up on like that, I went inside the surf shop. That's where you get all those, they have like so many of them, I figured like that color. But we could go there sometime, or by the shop. And. And you can get them online too. Yeah, we go to the surf shop, and there's like so many, and they're all like, Jupiter. How close to far away? Yeah, your movie's right there. Hey, Ronan. You in the bathroom? Okay. Here. You gonna bring that muffin in the car? There's one bottle on lunch. Do you want to walk in again with her?
It said, can't her dad is taking her. It said I could get that same as her.
So what time are you gonna do?
It's off to go 7:15. It's off to go 7:15.
Yeah, if you don't need to be there at 7:30, if you want to wait a couple minutes. jump right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's a puppy. Okay, now she's tired. She did one jump and now she's tired. Okay? You want to do this muffin?
No.
You just have smoothie? Let's just sit right here. Okay. So remember, she's a puppy, right? She's little. So she wants to play a lot. She wants to bite a little bit. So you gotta give her toys. Okay? And when she's just laying there, just let her lay there. Okay? Want your smoothie?
Now playing 112112. The file number that it starts on is 164-159-120-2000, January 7th at 4:33 p.m. EST.
It's all on there.
You don't need them?
I just need like 2. Maybe 3. Yep.
I wanna help you with the water.
Here's your lunch is there. Is this the charger that came with it?
Yep. You know how charged it is?
I don't know. We can take a look, right?
Want me to pay? Mommy.
That's an engage. That should be good.
And then we need the stuff that's on there, right?
Yes.
Mommy, you want to pay?
I want to get ready for school.
You want to pay?
Do you like this one? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
Okay, ready, Brian?
Yes.
Got your stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Mom, can we pay car?
You can bring your card in the car.
Mom, can we pay in the car?
Bring your card here. Go get a couple.
Apple?
Get some.
I was upstairs.
Here we got 3.
Yeah, I was upstairs. Hey, Mama.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, yeah, break down those with us. Good idea.
I got 1, 2, 2.
3 is a great number to bring.
Mama, I asked Pierce what time he woke up at, and he said, time, 40 time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
6, right there, you did a good job sleeping today.
I got this sleeping today.
You did a great job.
I got this sleeping today.
You did great sleeping today.
Yeah.
Did you bring your airplane too?
Fun. Okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah, with your airplane.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've got all your stuff?
Yes.
You got your lunch?
Yes.
I'm going back to the college.
You have your shoes on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, I'll just sit down.
Honey, you say outside the down?
Pierce, why don't you go out in front? Front, give your scooter. You can go say hi. You can go say hi to him.
You said she needed it by Monday. No, something like that. She said she needed to fill that out.
You want to go say hi to Pierce? You can go out in front. I'm gonna start making you some noodles. Good, it's getting you. We got like the outdoor table that's in there, relaxing. We got the workspace. Say hi, girls. Right, take your items off the floor too, so make sure to take your shoes off, especially if they're like wet and then sweep up the mulch and try to get it so it is not over.
Honey, you know it down?
There.
You know it down?
Mary is tired. She's tired, pup.
Mama, is it the one with the one down?
You can go out there. Or do you want to go in the front?
Can I go out there?
Yeah, we keep the banana one.
Sure, you want to know?
Is this the dishwasher?
Yeah, it's top.
I'm having a pop.
What?
Have a pop too?
No, it goes on top in the dishwasher. No, he's asking me if we can have some. I said, we're just saying it goes on top of the dishwasher. Okay. Here, I found the nature tonight.
proceed with the continued publishing. Thank you. All rise. Jury entering. All right, everyone may be seated. Ms. Moran, you may continue your publishing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now playing timestamp 12/15/16. That's from January 9th. The relevant video number is 705-1. Three three four 228 375 837 684.
Practice, okay? Okay.
My tiny little window,
Sure, get in there.
I'll hit the window.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Ow, I got hurt.
Okay, no. This is all for church. We're going to church right now. Let's go.
Oh, we don't need
I gotta go get my shoes. Hold on. I go put this in, I go get shoes.
What?
I. Oh, true. But I'll go church.
Yep.
I'll go church.
I know, that's great.
Oh, that was bad.
I don't want to die. Fine.
Where's your phone?
No.
It's our ball. Want to play, please?
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, no.
Thank you. Let's go now. Ready? We'll get going.
No!
Like your hand? You gotta leave.
Are you hit that kid? I got you. I got you. Look at that kid.
I broke the chain.
Dad,
Why?
can the kid could this not fall down?
No. You get it? You give it the pound?
I'm gonna give it the white.
Oh, mega boom. Ready? Watch it. Ready? Watch. This is the mega throw, okay?
Yeah.
Want to see the mega throw?
Oh, my bad.
own car. Oh, almost a mega hit. You almost got mega hit, Pierce. You need to cut that tree.
Here, leave the flag.
You need to get the flag before we know. Pierce, because I have to collect the box.
Hey kids, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
It's right there, okay? Yeah. Oh. Oh.
What do you want? Chicken quesadilla? You want chicken tacos? Yeah, either that or burrito. Because are there chicken tacos or? We're just out here.
Oh.
She still doesn't want to walk out. Oh, look at that face.
Where'd you go?
Oh, she's down the back of the stick.
Come on.
Oh, and she's
Oh. You gotta be kidding me.
here. Okay. Here's she's out here too. Oh, and running. Bye. Mama's coming home soon. Why? Why?
I have to need to do homework on my Google Classroom. I have to do IXL. You gotta be kidding me.
I did too.
It's so annoying.
I got lucky. My English teacher was having to do Excel the first semester, and I missed it. So
IXL is so annoying.
it is. I haven't done that in a while. Hopefully, I'll get through it. 2 hours.
I have to go to 100%. You know that.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'll say right from
I
mine.
like fun trying to do better. Where's Pierce?
Right there by the electrical box.
You guys watching him?
76, yep.
Maria.
Yep. Why?
Now playing timestamp 12/46/19, January 16th. File number, the starting file number is 705-3806-007-824-489460.
once you get in your spot, okay, you can start doing it on your own.
Yeah.
Okay, take your backpack off.
You're ready? St. Peter's, Mama?
What?
Are you ready?
No, I do it.
Okay, then that's fine, but you gotta get up in your seat.
I can do it myself.
Okay, do it yourself.
I've been in the yard so long, I thought that I was, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time. And I kind of woke up. It must like be.
Turn around. Turn around, or else Father gets you in. Turn around, turn around.
Oh. Oh. You could like.
I'm now playing timestamp 12:55:04, video number 1642353168000. That is from January 16th, and I will get the court a time in just one moment. January 16th, 2022, 12:48 p.m. Eastern Time.
Take all the debris out, and leave the dirt in there, and then get her a handful of more dirt in. I'll keep it. That's how we do it. We need to get some more dirt on it. I don't know if I'd pull it from there. You can pull it from there for now, but let's fill that back in. Some other dirt, okay? Some pieces on the side.
I'm gonna mulch it. I'm gonna mulch that area too. Yeah.
I know, but I don't want to put a hole in the gap and do it. So, nothing to look for. So we want to fill it so that there's no gap in there. So when you throw this out eventually.
Now playing timestamp 13/12/01 from January 18th. It begins at file number 705-466-275-931-0760-948.
So I was gonna ask you.
Just got back, so we found there was like free stuff.
What?
So there was free stuff, so we just got a scooter, which is maybe Pierce will like the scooter, and then they had a softball at this place.
I look good. Thanks.
So to see that works, you want to try it out, Ron?
How'd the presentation go? Good.
Where's the tire?
Okay. See if you put the tire back on. Did you just buy that one?
Yeah. Here, want to try this? I'm going to do returns at Walmart right now. It's just fun. Well, there was just free, and I figured, well, some of them are broken. I could get into John, and no, I told her to spray it down if he wants it.
This?
If he wants it. I can do it.
Maybe get
You would still hang out tomorrow? Somewhere new?
She said she's gonna go back on top.
Yeah.
Wanna try this one? You try this? This is Hot Wheels. Wanna try it?
Yeah. It's hot.
Hot Wheels.
But can you do small?
Do what? Bring down?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for you. No, it's good for you. Go ahead and go try it. So, yeah, he emailed me saying some of the girls had said they're all turning this week, coming today. But the other, yeah, the other coach. Come back. Sorry, I was actually going to email him earlier. I come back.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Look at that, I can't go.
She said Maddie can't do it tonight.
I'm gonna do that one. Thanks.
Fine.
I'm gonna do that one. But trying to make more.
Oh, yeah. It's good for you.
Ah,
Whoa.
why? Oh, what's that?
Here, come here, let me fix it. It looks like it's curving with the... I told her, we want her to... So instead of texting
Together
people,
we walk you out. Like,
texting people, a phone call. This is when you get the text. All the sounds. You know.
I'm kind of surprised that she's so frustrated about her wanting to do a group.
Fine. I want to do that one. I want to do that.
What happened?
That helps. That helps.
Let's not take everything out of there first.
That helps, Owen. Come on, I'll do it.
oh no, I'm trying to fix your bike. Your scooter. Whatever you call it, Mr. Scooter. What's that?
I don't need to walk now.
No, I'm just gonna look at you. Okay.
Be nice.
Outside. Can I help you?
Yeah.
I'll help. Help me. And I help you. And I help.
Good job, dear.
But it's only something.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Here's, no, I'm trying to fix it. You want me to fix it?
Come here, Chris. Give it to him. Here, swim it. Give this ball to Noah. Tell Noah this is new softball.
Or did they just come off the driveway at first?
Move that part. Move that part out over there. No, don't throw it. Babe. And then just go to the front, get your backpack out of there.
Now playing timestamp 13:46:17. That is 164-254-413-4000 on January 18th, 2022, and I will put the time on the record in a moment.
No, it's not okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do it, yeah?
This is at 5:15 p.m. Eastern on January 18th, 2022.
Right now?
playing January 23rd, 2022.
Here's gonna have you go with me.
I like the scooter here.
Yeah, I'm gonna not wear the big stuff. Going in?
I locked that door. Was it keeper for that? There's, oh, let me not do it.
I think
Think it's real low.
I don't know.
No, it's too low. No. Where's this?
right this way.
Yeah. Stay right there, Baba. Near that. Stay there. Stand still. Oh. Okay. I'm not in this song. I'm gonna talk in that song.
get your bat. Go get your bat in the backyard. Here, go this way.
That way? That way?
Yeah. Go in the backyard. Go get your bat.
I got it. I found it. I found the ball.
Come over here next to me.
How long is that video? Okay.
Playing timestamp 4:16:53.
I hold eggs. I hold eggs. I hold eggs. They hold bacon too.
Yep.
Go here. I'm holding it.
Roy, you don't want this bread? You want to bring it?
Let's fill it up real quick.
Here, thank you.
The pin should be in there.
You want to keep the TV on?
Yeah.
That's all cool.
It's fine, turn it off.
Are you gonna do the ball?
Fill it up. Fill it up.
Go that?
Yeah.
You know that the TV uses more, not the TV, the remote, the TV remote actually uses more energy than the TV itself.
It's easier if you lick it than you put it.
Yeah, you can put it in here. Yeah, it's up for you guys. Snacks.
Wait, we're bringing balls?
Make sure you put the pin back, alright?
Why are we're bringing balls?
The break soccer ball.
Yeah, Pierce is gonna play. He wants to play and stuff.
Bring a soccer ball.
You take your scooter, you're gonna take Abe.
Okay.
You take your scooter?
Hungulmitten. Call it Hungulmitten. Here, Hungulmitten. We're going to school.
I don't know. Just having a night.
I'm gonna bring this boy.
Hey, Noah. You want to bring a basketball pumped up? You can bring it and play basketball. Okay. You bring your friend.
And finally playing 1423 through 38, which will be about a minute, and then that will conclude the publishing of Defense Exhibit 17.
I'm going to then
I'm gonna put the leashes here, okay?
I was going to get after the homework, but the homework was way too long.
What are you doing?
And I could do it right now. I'll do it then.
No, they got some stuff from John over there inside. Hey, car. Okay, there you go. You go here. No, I'm gonna throw this stuff in here. It's just for you. If you want to, right now, go do whatever it is. Just one little sprint or something, whatever you want to do, or don't, and just take a shower.
That concludes the publishing of portions of Defense Exhibit 17. And Judge, we're also admitting, well, I can wait for a moment. We have Defense Exhibit 18 by agreement. We're just putting that together, but I think there'll be a stipulation.
Yeah, I don't have an objection to.
We're going to do this, but let's just wait until.
Okay, I don't have an objection to those 1 or 3 videos. I just mentioned from the rest of the timestamp, which I think we're in agreement on.
For Exhibit 18?
Yes.
Okay, so is 18 being requested to be admitted in evidence without objection?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, so the court receives and accepts Defense's Exhibit 18 in evidence without objection.
Thank you.
All right? Let me have counsel approach, please. tomorrow we will conclude the defense case and move into closing arguments, and quite possibly originally was going to outside the presence of the jury. I'm going to have you here at 1 o'clock so as to consume as little of your time as possible with us dealing with what we have to do prior to the closing arguments beginning and ultimately your deliberation. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and release you for the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Check in with the jury office at, I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. Check in with the jury office, I would say no later than 12:15. Be up here at 12:45 at the elevators to meet with Mark, and he'll bring you into the jury room for anticipated 1 o'clock start time. I expect that we'll go tomorrow until 5, and then if we're done, we're done. If not, then we'll go back to the Thursday 9 o'clock schedule. Okay? All right, everyone, have a good evening. Go home, get some rest, good dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, everyone may be seated. All right, Mr. Ferriter, rather than have the defense advise the court as to whether it rests today, I'm giving you the opportunity over the evening to think about one of those 3 decisions I had told you a while back that the defendant and the defendant alone has to make the decision of in regard to a criminal proceeding. And you've made the decision about the plea of not guilty, the decision to proceed with trial. So the next decision point that you will need to make will be the decision whether to testify on your own behalf or not. I'm going to give you the evening to speak with your attorneys and let them explain to you the potential risk and consequences of all that. I will engage with you tomorrow in a colloquy to make sure that whatever decision you make is being made by you knowingly and intelligently, freely, and voluntarily. So I'm going to give you the evening to think about it. I'm sure it's a big decision for you, and you can ponder on it between now and tomorrow. I do want the attorneys to be present at noontime for noontime sharp start time for us. I intend to address the jury instructions. I also intend to, to be advised at that time as to whether Mr. Ferriter is choosing to testify or not. If he, either way, I will conduct the necessary colloquy as I just indicated. Have we made any progress on the jury instructions? Because I'd much prefer that when you come tomorrow at 12 that we have as close to a final working set as possible, because my anticipation is that we'll go almost, if the defendant testifies, it'll be a little bit of a delay, but if he doesn't testify, we'll go right into closings, and so we're going to need a set of instructions as close to final as possible. We've got 9 jurors in the box, 10, 11, 12, need 13 copies of what hopefully will be a final set. Are there any issues that maybe I can help out now to expedite getting to a final set as quickly as possible for noontime tomorrow? Because we have a little bit of time, and I'd much prefer to come with as close to a final set as possible.
Your Honor, the only thing I could think of is for weighing the evidence, I could go ahead and change that. I know that we usually have 6 through 10. Some of them won't apply here. Also,
Mr. Wahid mentioned something about a lesser. Has that been worked out between the two of you yet?
so, Your Honor, I think that this will be something that we will have to litigate as far as the affirmative defense for the aggravated child abuse and for child abuse. I don't know if we can actually...
What's the standard? We're dealing with a standard instruction on the defense, right?
Yes, but that is only given once they have proved by preponderance of the evidence certain elements.
Okay, and what are those elements?
So it said if burden of persuasion is on the defendant, if you find the defendant proved by a preponderance of the evidence that he was a parent of RTF and that he imposed reasonable physical discipline on RTF for misbehavior under the circumstances, you should find him not guilty. If the defendant did not prove by preponderance of the evidence that he was a parent of RTF, or if the defendant did not prove that he imposed reasonable physical discipline on RTF for misbehavior under the circumstances, you should find him guilty if all the elements of the charge have been proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
So that's the instruction. Hold on, Mr. Wade. That's the instruction?
Yes, and then there is one that says if the burden of persuasion is on the state, if you find that the state has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was not a parent of RTF, or if you find that the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant's physical discipline of RTF was not reasonable for misbehavior under the circumstances, you should find him guilty of all the elements of the charge. You should find him guilty if all the elements of the charge have been proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
So what is the issue on that instruction with the state? Because it sounds reasonable enough to me just listening to it.
The issue is with I don't think that the defense has proven by preponderance of the evidence that he has imposed reasonable physical discipline on RTF for misbehavior under the circumstances. So the whole point of the affirmative defense is saying that, okay, well, this is okay because I was imposing reasonable punishment on the child. There has been no evidence presented by the defendant that he had
But
done
who's to
that.
determine what the defense has proven by preponderance of the evidence? It's in the jury instruction, so isn't that a jury decision? I mean, it's not the court, right? I mean, ultimately, it's not going to be an issue that he's a parent of the child, so the question is going to turn on the reasonableness of the punishment or not to the circumstances, and if that's to be proven by the defense to the standard of preponderance of the evidence, what I'm asking you is that a determination that the court makes before it goes to the jury, or is that something that goes to the jury and they determine as part of their instructions on the law that the the defense has to meet the burden of establishing that defense by a preponderance of the evidence?
Your Honor, can you give me 1 second?
Yeah, do you want to go ahead, Mr. Weed? Let me hear your position on that.
Yes. So it's like self-defense. It's the defense raises it. If once the defense raises it, then the jury has that to decide. It isn't up to the court to decide. What the court has to determine, I believe, in this particular jury instruction, just by reading 16.1, and it's duplicated in 16.3, which is the lesser if the court gives the lesser, and it's a question of whether or not the defense has both the burden of raising it in the first place as well as the burden of persuasion versus whether.
But by what legal standard? Preponderance of the evidence?
It's preponderance both times. So if I'm just going to go to the state's version that's already printed out in front of me. So it can, the first part of the instruction on affirmative defense is it is not a crime for a parent who is acting the parent of a child to impose reasonable physical discipline on a child for misbehavior under the circumstances, even though physical injury may have resulted from the discipline. Part two of that is, and then it depends on whether if the burden of persuasion is on the defendant or on the state. And the instruction gives both options.
So what does the law say on where the burden of persuasion rests? Do you have case law to support your position on that?
So interestingly, the instruction that's here, so some years back it was an immunity issue. The parents had immunity on this. And then the legislature changed it, and I believe it was in 96. There's a case, I think it's 2002, Radford versus State. I don't have the site off my head, but it's a Florida Supreme Court case, actually out of an appeal from the Fourth. And in that case, it essentially came down to what turned into this instruction. And the case wasn't clear on who had the burden, so the instruction has both here. And it heads it by saying, if the burden of persuasion is on the defendant, and then there's a paragraph, and then the next one says, if the burden of persuasion is on the state, and then there's a paragraph.
So this is not the first rodeo on an aggravated child abuse case, and I assume it's not the first time this defense has been raised by defense counsel. So you're telling me there's no case that tells the court which part of the instruction should be read as to where the burden lies with respect to the defense?
So I found a conflict in jurisdictions.
All right, so what's the fourth say? That's where we'll start with the fourth.
Your Honor, can I just read something from the...
Well, I don't want to cut Mr. Wahid out, and then I'll come back to you, Ms. Black.
So my understanding is that Radford, which comes out of the Fourth and becomes a Supreme Court case, is the one that I have found out of the Fourth, which, in my view, it basically allowed, it didn't really specify who had the burden, from my reading of it. And I don't know.
Do we know what instruction was approved in that case? What ultimately they affirmed or overruled as far as what should have been read?
So there was a mistake in the reading of the jury instructions in that case, so it gets messy to get into that. But subsequent to that case is this amended instruction that we now have in front of us.
So the amended instruction, which gives me no clarity, is a result of the lack of clarity from the Rayford or Radford decision?
R-A-D-F-O-R-D.
All right, the Radford decision. And there have been no other, what about any other DCAs that have addressed the issue?
Well, to be honest with you, I went with the Supreme Court. That was the last Supreme Court case.
But it gives me no guidance. If it's telling me, if it doesn't pick one or the other, then I don't know that it helps me.
So my take, Judge, is that it used to be an immunity issue. It's now an affirmative defense. So I would take it as other affirmative defenses, such as self-defense, where the burden of raising it is on the defense, and then the burden of persuasion is on the state. So in my position, I think that's a fair read, considering it at one point in time was you had the immunity of it back in the day.
Okay.
As a parental defense.
All right, so Ms. Black, you wanted to add something or read something?
Pursuant to the jury instructions, it states that Florida Statute 827.03 and case law are silent as to, 1, which party bears the burden of persuasion of the affirmative defense, and 2, the standard for the burden of persuasion. Under common law, defendants had both the burden of production and the burden of persuasion on affirmative defenses by preponderance of the evidence. The Florida Supreme Court has often decided, however, that once a defendant meets the burden of production on an affirmative defense, the burden of persuasion is on the state to disprove the affirmative defense beyond a reasonable doubt, so such as the self-defense or the consent to enter into...
Isn't that kind of what Mr. Waheed is saying?
Yes.
So where's the dispute then? If you're reading that and that's what Mr. Waheed is saying, then it sounds like the burden of raising it starts with the defense, but once they've met a threshold, then the burden shifts to the state to disprove. And the question is, the burden that shifts to the state to disprove, what standard is that? Is that beyond a reasonable doubt, or is that preponderance?
From the reading, it would, if the burden of persuasion is then on the state to disprove that affirmative defense, it would be beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay.
I agree with that. It's like self-defense.
So it sounds like we don't really have an issue then. Do we, Ms. Black? And that is one of the options that is spelled out in the model standard instruction, that what you just described is the way it works. Let me see, read that part that fits what you just said is your understanding of the law. And so tell me again what I'd be reading to the jury with respect to the burden, the part of that instruction. I think it's the second part you were reading.
For if it's on the state?
Yeah, if it's on the state, because I kind of hear you saying that you don't disagree with that belief.
I don't disagree. It's just that the defense has not put on that burden of production of the affirmative defense.
And that's what I asked earlier. Is that something that I make a decision on and it never even gets to the jury to decide? Or does the jury have to decide that the defense has met the burden by preponderance of the evidence of coming forth with enough evidence? And then if they believe that, now the state has the burden of disproving that by evidence beyond and to the exclusion of reasonable doubt. That's the question that I have for you to address.
Your Honor, I don't have an answer to that just because it says that the case law
Okay.
is silent as to...
Do this. Let me read the instruction right now. And do you have the Radford decision with you?
I do have a copy.
Okay, so is that the only significant issue?
Yes.
All right, so come armed tomorrow with two versions of that instruction, one with the version where the burden shifts to the state after the threshold is met by the defense, and the other one where it follows the common law. And I will read the Radford decision, read the instruction that you're going to give to me in just a moment, and then I'll make a decision at the beginning tomorrow as to whether I need additional argument or whether I'm going to rule as to which ones to be read.
And I think, one moment, Judge.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
And so we're also asking for the lesser, which is jury instruction 16.3.
Just regular child, there's no real issue with the lesser, is there?
No, I already added that into it. It's just the,
Well, lesser the lesser to aggravated child abuse, the lesser is child abuse. What about any lessers to false imprisonment or child neglect? No lessers to those? So I don't think there's an issue there. So I would be inclined to go ahead and agree that the lesser should be read in relation to the primary charge of aggravated child abuse. So that should,
I'm sorry to interrupt.
go ahead.
But what I did is the jury instructions, I did the aggravated child abuse, the false imprisonment, and then the neglect. And then right after that, I did the 3.4 when there are lesser.
Yeah, that's the way I typically do it.
The child abuse.
Yeah, you read all the primary charges, then you get into the lessers. That's the way I typically have them. Now, you've done jury trials in front of me. Just make sure that the order of the instructions are in the order that I require them. I think they were very close last time I looked at. So I'm not able to answer the one question that I know grips all of you at this point as to which instruction will be read on the issue of the defense, but I'll make that ruling, as I said, at the beginning of tomorrow. When we start, we come with, one page, it's a one-page instruction, right? One of each so that we can slip them in to the packages, and then we'll go from there.
And then for weighing the evidence, we have 6 through 10. Number 6 is, has the witness been offered or received any money, deferred treatment, or other benefit in order to get the witness testified? I think we can include that just because.
Well, it should be because of the expert testimony.
Then we have, had any pressure or threat been used against the witness that affected the truth of the witness's testimony?
I don't really care one way or the other about that. I mean, I did not hear any real evidence of that, but, yeah, so that can come out. If it comes out by agreement, I'm fine with it. Nothing for me to rule on.
Did the witness at some other time make a statement that is inconsistent with the testimony he or she gave in court?
I think that stays in based on the evidence.
And then I think the last 2 can come out. Has the witness been convicted of a felony, misdemeanor involving dishonesty or false statement?
That's not an issue in any part that I'm aware of. Do you agree with that, Ms. Wade?
I agree with that.
Does the witness have a general reputation for dishonesty, truthfulness?
I don't think there was reputation evidence here.
Okay, so that comes out. So the only other aspect is going to be the part of the instruction that deals with defendant testifying or not. So you'll need 2 versions of that. So 2 versions of the defense instruction and 2 versions of the defendant testifying or not testifying. Just have those set aside so we can slip them in where they go. All right, anything else that I need? Go ahead, Mr. Wahi.
I know that you asked the state and you didn't ask me, but I'm just going to opine anyways that I do think that the defense is like self-defense, which means you just, once the defendant raises it, even, and under certain case law, the wording is a scintilla of evidence, that is then the instruction can be read.
Yeah, maybe I assumed your position was it has to go to the jury, that I don't make the decision to take it away from them.
100%.
Yeah, I assumed that was your decision. That's why I didn't ask you expressly, because I presume that was where you're going with it. Okay, so before we conclude for today, let's address, I think we talked Friday about the closings being anticipated to be an hour and a half per side. Does that still hold? All right, so for the state, how are you going to allocate your time between closing and rebuttal? All right, with 5-minute warning or 10-minute? 5-minute warning on each one, and then. Okay. And then how about the defense? Just a 5-minute warning? It's fine. If you just tell me what you want, I'll give you whatever you need. 15 and 5, is that? You can get whatever you want on that. 30. All right, 30 and 5 will be fine. All right, so that, Danny, you have all that? All right, so I don't know. We'll start at 1. It's going to get us to 4. We'll have a conversation after the closings with breaks and stuff. We are going to be very close. We might as well address it now. We're going to be very close to 5 o'clock tomorrow, starting at 4, starting at 1 with 3 hours of closing and with breaks in there. Whether we, after closings, recess until the next day, so that they have the entire day, as opposed to send them in the room at close to 5 o'clock. I'm generally hesitant to do that because I never want a jury to feel rushed in terms of their verdict. Let me hear thoughts from both sides on this, because it's going to come up tomorrow, no doubt in my mind. Because my suspicions are that we'll get very, very close to 5 o'clock before we're done with closings.
I think if you allow them to go back there, it allows you to release the alternates. They can do a 4-person. Otherwise, you kind of technically, I think, have to bring the alternates back.
Well, but that's the concern I have, is that I won't release the alternates till I send them back there. If I release the alternates tomorrow, and then we have a problem, then we have a problem. So my feelings would be not to release the alternates until I know that they're going to go in and have time to deliberate. But we do it. I mean, there's a risk. I mean, the 6 that are the primary jurors, they've been here the whole time, so I don't anticipate any problems. But you want to have another conversation on this tomorrow, late in the day?
Just to be clear, I think from our position would be on the defense that we just bring them all back on Thursday morning and let them start fresh. You know, these are long days. I agree. I don't want the jury rushed. I don't want them feeling exhausted and having to hurry to a decision. And if the downside is the alternates have to come back, I think that's just part of the job.
Well, I mean, for the alternates, it's not going to be good news no matter how you cut it. They will have sat through 7-8 days of trial, and then they're going to be excused. Maybe they will be happy to be excused. Sometimes they are. Other times I can see the disappointment in their eyes. Let's have a conversation about this tomorrow, later in the day. I mean, my druthers, Mr. Waheed, are to do what you're suggesting and have them start fresh on Thursday rather than dropping it on them late on Wednesday afternoon. But if we finish early, if the closings only take an hour or hour and 15 minutes, then we'll go to Plan B in that event. And then we have time to put them in the jury room for an hour to talk about things. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that you come in with a very close to final set. I will tell you what my ruling is after I review this information in terms of the defense. So I don't expect a lot of argument that's going to be required. But I'm giving us an hour if there's anything to get. Once I rule, it gives you time to administratively get the packages together, gear up for your closing arguments, and then we'll go from there. And then also to do the colloquy, because you're going to advise me as to whether he's going to testify outside the presence of the jury, and then I'll do the colloquy. All right, good enough, everybody? Anything else? All right, court is in recess, and I'll see everybody tomorrow at noontime.
Have a good night. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning. If you're interested, I'll be streaming the Chad Day Bell afternoon in about 5 minutes. Have a great night. Bye-bye.